Well, YouTube strikes again. Since they went after Moist Critical and then Markiplier, who is one of the most wholesome YouTubers on this platform, guess what? Now it's Star Wars' turn, and not just Star Wars, but more specifically, Star Wars comics. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Star Wars comics are as dangerous as molten lava. It is a volcano that just erupted. Stay away from Star Wars comics. They are dangerous, and it will cause pandemonium on the streets. This is a video about how YouTube demonetized a video of mine because it was deemed non-advertiser friendly. So as I said, with everything going on YouTube right now with Moist Critical and Markiplier, YouTube now decided to go after Star Wars, and for some reason I don't understand why context can never be used in these situations. I mean, the video itself, it is Star Wars material. Now, let me just be clear, just from the start, I want to say this, okay? This is what I mean by context. The title itself, it has wars in it, Star Wars. If we go bit by bit and try to ban all these words, then Star Wars by itself, my channel altogether, and every Star Wars channel on YouTube will then get demonetized and banned outright. We're not promoting wars. We're just talking about a fictional universe called Star Wars. So, in my eyes, to make matters worse, this is not even the movies we're talking about. We're talking about a watered-down version of the movies, which is the comics. The comics are the most innocent thing ever. They were invented for children, basically, and we still enjoy reading comics. Most of my audience is all adult, and for them, it is just an innocent passing of time. But again, as it is the case with Markiplier and Moist Critical, to say the most popular ones, because I believe everybody on YouTube deals with this, but context is nowhere to be seen in this demonetization. As you can see here, it says reviewed by a human. So if a human watched this video, a video about Darth Vader confronting Imperial officers, there's not much, if any, violence. The little amount of violence is on not even 1%. It should be below 1%, as Vader uses the Force to smack down an Imperial officer. He smacks his head on the table. If that is considered non-advertiser friendly, it honestly boggles the mind what sort of context are these quote-unquote humans, because I believe this was not reviewed by a human in any way, shape, or form. If a human sees this video about Darth Vader handling Imperial business, little to no violence in this comic. Again, this is not a video, this is not any gruesome material whatsoever. We all know Star Wars is a wholesome IP. It is multifaceted. Kids watch it, adults watch it. It is just a wholesome thing that Star Wars has created, a great community and a great universe for itself. If a human can make a distinction between Star Wars and real life, then we are in big trouble on YouTube, and that's why I'm making this video. I could give a damn about one video. I could just delete this and not give myself more headaches, but I wanted to make this video, and hopefully you guys can share, spread the message, not for myself. Again, I'm saying wholeheartedly, I'll just delete the video, and I don't care in the slightest. The problem is, what will happen in the future if context cannot be used with comic books? Again, not movies, not videos showing violence or offensive material. This is Star Wars comics. I don't think even Marvel comics are as tame as Star Wars comics. It never deals with that type of violence. It is non-existent to see blood in Star Wars. Laser fire, lightsaber strikes. If this isn't advertiser friendly, then honestly, I don't know what is. But let's just go through what I've saw, quite clearly felt disgusted with, because this is just ununderstandable. It boggles the mind. I don't want to repeat myself, but here's the whole thing. So, as you can see, monetization is limited on this video. Limited means some to none, which you can basically assume that it is probably no advertising whatsoever, if at all. So below it says limited or no ads due to content identified as not suitable for most advertisers, confirmed by a human review. Again, I said it previously, if a human watched a Darth Vader comic and deemed it to be non-advertiser friendly, I'm sorry, but the entirety of Star Wars then should be removed from cinemas, from streaming platforms because of the gruesome violence that we see in those movies. Are you kidding me? Like, Disney bought Star Wars for a reason, because it is tame, because it is aimed at audiences that enjoy that type of material, and the violence inside of it is watered down. We talked about blood. Like, there's a reason why there's virtually no blood in Star Wars. To the human who reviewed this video and deemed it to be non-advertiser friendly, let me just show him quickly how Star Wars begins. Episode 4 begins with a literal battle that leaves corpses of rebels that stormtroopers just plow through. This is how Star Wars begins. Just comprehend this for a second. Now, if this wasn't enough to prove to you that this fictional universe that deals so little with actual violence and it cannot be translated to our own world, let me show you another clip. Remember when Tarkin forced Leia to see the destruction of Alderaan? Billions of people destroyed in a second? According to this human who reviewed this video, Disney made a big mistake by purchasing Star Wars because it is obviously a horrendous bloodbath of a movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre? Get out of the way, because Star Wars is the bloody one. You cannot write this. This is just fiction beyond Star Wars. And it is unbelievable that a comic book video about Darth Vader can be deemed non-advertiser friendly. I mean, I feel dumb just defending myself on this. If you're not still satisfied with my explanation, let's go to the view feedback button and see what it says specifically. So, findings from human review. A human reviewer found that your video is suitable for limited ads. Now, the sticker limited ads, of course, as you can see, it is marked with yellow. It is, as I said, limited to no ads, which is basically no ads. Now, below that, it says sensitive issues, recent events dealing with war, death, or tragedy. How can you actually defend yourself from this line? Recent events dealing with war, death, or tragedy. How can I even begin to defend myself or my channel or every other Star Wars channel on YouTube or YouTube channels in general? This is a fictional world that has no bearing on reality. This is Star Wars. This is far removed from reality. Star Wars begins by saying a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, which has nothing to do with our galaxy, of course. And the Darth Vader comic does not deal with recent events of our planet's war, our planet's death, and our planet's tragedy. I'm sorry, it does not. There is no logic in this whatsoever. If we go even further below, now it says YouTube's selections. This is what YouTube found in this video. YouTube said this Darth Vader video in the Star Wars comics section is discussing modern acts of terror, okay, events resulting in the catastrophic loss of human life, or controversial, and this is the most mind-boggling part, controversial social issues. Listen, we can't beat a dead horse. If you want to watch YouTube's unfair monetization policy, strike policy, community strike policy, all these types of things, which I've gone through multiple times. This is why I'm making this video, because it is, I'm done with. I can't do this anymore. I need to let the public and my fans know this is stifling of creativity. If you tell me that this Darth Vader comic is dealing with controversial social issues, and I'm not going to even mention these other ones because they are just idiotic. This Star Wars comic does not show acts of terror, cannot instigate acts of terror or anything like that. I don't even know if I can say that word on a YouTube video, but whatever. To say that this Star Wars comic deals with controversial social issues and has any bearing on reality, on people chilling out and just relaxing after a long day, putting on a Star Wars comics video and watching it just to be entertained is moronic. If you think that these videos have any bearing on reality, they do not. They cannot. And let me just say, discussions of modern acts of terror, There is nothing modern about this specific video. You want to know why? Because I chose a comic book that was published in 2013. This is 7 years ago. Please, YouTube, define what you mean by modern. Is it the Bronze Age? Or are we talking the 90s here? Modern issues are definitely a thing to be wary of. This year, 2020, has been an embodiment of modern issues. The entire planet is plagued with problems. And I promise you, this Darth Vader, innocent Darth Vader comic is not the main issue. And this is not a cop-out. I'm not trying to say that, oh, well, there's other problems. This Darth Vader comic is not a problem. I'm saying that this is fictional. Comic book YouTubers should not be dealing with getting struck down by community guidelines, with getting limited ads because it discusses modern acts of terror, it shows results where there's catastrophic loss of human life, or controversial social issues. This is not a react channel. This is not a news channel. This is none of that sort. This is a Star Wars comic book channel. I never in my life thought that I'd be dealing with this sort of unfairness, but here we are. I encourage everybody who watched this video to share it. I try to be as concise as possible. I am angry at this moment. I don't know if I streamlined this video as well as I could. I just gave my thoughts on it. Undefensible. I can't defend myself against this. It is so arbitrary. That's the crazy part, but whatever. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I did not want to drag this out. Thank you guys so much. If you want to support this or any other channel that will be in jeopardy in the future, don't doubt it. If you want to support us, share this video, share any other video that you might find that is similar to mine, that is dealing with similar problems. Share that one immediately. Share this one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leave a thumbs up, talk to me in the comments about this controversial issue. I'll see you in the next video, and may the Force be with you. Until then.